to make sure everything's working. Will is playing Risk of Rain in the background at 1 frame per second, so
No. 1 frame per second is generous. It's 1 frame every 20 minutes. For those who don't know the game, I got
can you
three
see this?
items together that one has a chance of triggering the other two, and same with the other one, and same with the other one. So what's happening is the game is launching missiles for one of those items, and those missiles can trigger the other two items, which can trigger another missile. So I currently have like 200,000 entities generated in the game, and the thing they're hitting won't die, so it's making more missiles, and it's lagging out the game to the point where it's 1 frame every 20 seconds or 20 minutes.
Damn.
I'm trying. It's in the background. Every now and then I can hear like the of it trying to load,
We'll
but
see. We'll see if it actually goes through, man, or just crashes at some point. But hey, guys, I'm Pat, your local game guy. This is Coastville, a fellow local
so
gamer, and that's Norman Osborn. We can talk about him in a second. Let me know what's going on with the women's semifinals. If anyone else is watching tennis right now, I'm gonna try to get the score up so I can track this as we build. Love Sabalenka. From a just competitive, skill based standpoint. She's tough one to watch, though, sometimes for me. So, rooting for Jessica here. At any rate, that's
speaking of
on
a
now.
competitive skill-based standpoint, Norman Osborn may be the most competitive commander we've had printed in a while.
Wow, this is like these are strong words. Oh,
It's
yeah, I think now's the time. And you mean specifically Green Goblin?
uh yes, specifically Green Goblin, but Norman Osborn kind of helps fuel Green Goblin with a little bit of hand fixing early.
Do you
So,
want to start by covering, I guess, the top end first? So, guys, before we
yep.
actually jump into this, I just want to highlight Cast Dissonant Mage is our stand in for Norman and Green Goblin because it's not on tapped out. Don't ask me why. And the land base is from, I looked up our last Grixis deck, it was Opeka. So, this is a very specific land base for that deck. We will change this. Don't freak out. Although there might be some tech in there that's good for this list. At any rate, Will, take it away. We could do Norman first.
Yeah, so Normand is 1 and a blue for a legendary creature, human scientist villain with 1 power and 1 toughness. Norman can't be blocked, and when he deals combat damage to a player, he connives, meaning that you draw a card, discard a card, and if the discarded card was not a land, he gets a +1/+1 counter. And he is both modal, meaning that you can cast it for 1 a blue, a green, and a black. Sorry, 1 a blue, a black, and a red. My bad. Grixis um, to cast it for the backside. Or if he's on the battlefield, you can pay 1 a blue, a black, and a red to transform him into the backside at sorcery speed. Now, really quick, do want to note any counters Normand gets on the front side, he keeps on the backside, which can be relevant for punching because the backside is actually pretty decent at combat. But the
Mm-hmm.
backside, Green Goblin. 1 a blue, a black, and a red, legendary creature, Goblin human villain. He has 3 power, 3 toughness, flying, and menace. Spells you cast from the graveyard cost 2 less to cast. Well, why is that relevant? Each non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost. For those who don't know Mayhem, it's the new take on Madness, where you may cast the card from your graveyard if you discarded it this turn. So, yeah, he lets you turn Faithless Looting into purely draw, and he also is kind of a mana dork by the fact that if you discard something, you can play it for 2 cheaper, which is kind of gross.
Yeah, so it's just cast, so you can't do any shenanigans with any activated abilities. But the first thing that came to mind, just considering black, is something like Yawgmoth's Will. And if we're considering red, you have something better in Underworld Breach. So clearly it helps with those play lines if you're trying to look at it as just a mana reduction source. But there is a Mayhem line of play here that we can follow. Which I think is probably the route we'll go. You were suggesting, Will, off camera. There's let's just walk through all the strategies. It's Grixis. You could do the Underworld Breach thing, Brain Freeze, all that stuff, and just have that set up. If you want that on the sideline, you can. This is a really good deck for wheels as well, so it makes sense to run Wheel of Fortune. We may have that anyways. We will also probably have Orcish Bowmaster and other payoffs for those things anyways. But yeah, let's talk general strategy and maybe find a route here. Obviously, guys, if you've built Green Goblin, let us know which route you took. If it's a hybrid between a handful of different play lines or, winning strategies, let us know. We're going to try to build this cEDH foremost and see where we land. Fair.
Yeah. I will say the win con that I found when looking through this that I realized is I thought was bad, then I realized it's actually better than I gave it credit for. It is Sensei's Divining Top plus any of the things that say when an artifact enters your battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. The reason why it's a good combo is because, or the reason why it works as a combo, you play Sensei's Divining Top from the graveyard for 0. It enters, triggering draw discard. In response, you tap Sensei's Divining Top, and then you draw a card and put top back on top. Your draw discard trigger resolves, you draw top, discard top, replay top from the graveyard, and repeat the loop.
It's 0. It's 0, but yeah, it reduces it to 0. Unlike a few other cost reducers, you can actually cast things for 0, which is relevant. Sorry, wait. What is the Will? What is the? Can you name one of the effects you're talking about?
Let me quickly look them up.
Is this the deck that? Is this the deck that can make the best out of one with nothing? I'll look that up first.
One with nothing is a very, very fun card.
It's a meme card from Saviors of Kamigawa. I feel like we all know it at this point. Discard your hand? Sure. I mean, yes, this could be the deck for that, but there's like 100 different ways you could do this that are more logical. This really should just be like a free cast spell with like black as an identity, because this is such a bad thing to do, generally speaking. At any rate, sorry.
One of the cards is Transplant Theorist. So if you want to go Normand Storm, that is a definite way to go. The other cards that do the same thing are Rook Turret from Final Fantasy and Sky Swimmer Koi from Neon Dynasty.
I'm just gonna throw these in here now so I have them. So Sky Swimmer Koi. I like this approach, by the way. That's why I'm adding these now. But
yeah, I think we should go in like pretty much only one direction, but if we want to do like Underworld Breach backup line, we can do that.
It doesn't pain us to have Underworld Breach. I just feel like even without a Norman or a Green Goblin out there, Underworld Breach is so good in these colors that we can get away with it. You know what I mean? Sorry, Transplant Theorist, Sky Swimmer Koi, and what was the last one?
Rook Turret. And for general value, 2 other good cards that do basically the same thing but don't combo are Riddlesmith. When you cast an artifact, draw a card and discard a card. And Quicksmith Genius. When an artifact enters, you may discard a card if you do draw a card.
I feel like I'm getting joked on here. Do you mean the Spider Gwen that's Najila? They just can't stop printing the best art variants for Najila. It's... Wait, have you seen this, Will?
I've seen it. I have seen it.
It's so good. We literally just got Cloud Strife. Literally just got Cloud Strife. And now we're like...
throw another Najila into the set.
I'm not going to lie. Her outfit's like top 3 for me for spider people. Scarlet Spider's probably my favorite, though. The Ben Riley outfit with the blue hoodie. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about getting that hoodie a while back and then like seeing it in, or like cutting out a hoodie and getting that design painted onto it. There's the spider. This has only reinforced my belief that that should be like a workout sweater for me. But I'm super tempted. This is sick though. Yeah, it's great. Sorry, you said value pieces. I did not add them yet. I can look them up really quick though.
Riddlesmith and Quicksmith Genius. They're both basically the other copies of those cards, but they're worded in a
Oh,
way
yeah.
that makes so they don't combo with Sensei's Divining Top.
Yeah, whenever artifact you may draw, if you do, discard a card. Okay.
So one is on cast, which means that Sensei's Divining Top is on the stack, and the other is discard then draw, meaning that you draw Sensei's Divining Top after discarding.
Um, hmm. Okay. Are there other artifacts that cost like 2 and under that would profit off of Green Goblin's ability?
Mana Rocks. That
Right,
is
right. Like
this is a
signets and stuff.
legitimate reason to run those 2 Mana Rocks you hate.
I mean, I don't hate them now. Yeah, imagine that, dude. You just like shove them all into your graveyard and dump them onto the battlefield.
I do also potentially want to pitch one idea that may be genius and may be stupid, which is Necropotence with Shimmermere, doing a Shimmer backup plan because we can move to clean up, discard all of our cards, and then all of them cost 2 less in the graveyard, and we can cast them at instant speed with Valley Floodcaller, Shimmermere, you name it. We
Um,
can do that. I don't know if that's going to be something we actually play into, though, because I
right.
don't know if we want to just add in a flash package for the sake of it.
How are we dumping our? We're using necropotence piles.
Necropotence to just pay 35 life, move to clean up, discard to hand size, exile trigger on the stack. We can cast these things from graveyard at spell speed.
Honestly,
Um,
necropotence seems really good here.
yeah, Necropotence is good. The question is, do we want to run the instant speed package?
At least one or two things.
Yeah, like Valley Floodcaller and I think Liberator are the
Is
two
it
best.
is it weird that I like that better? Is it instead of breach? Like I would rather just necro. I feel like you necro for a win instantly. You'll get
Well, the thing is, Breach makes it so that
it's more consistent,
we
more
have another
reliable.
win con, but Necropotence means that we can just play into Thoracle better. Because
Yeah,
let's be honest, that's probably what we're doing with Sensei's top draw deck, play Thoracle.
yeah.
But we could just run like Labman or Lab Jace. Probably Labman. Just if we're doing Labman, we can't flash it because all the things are either artifacts or non-creature. So best to be Lab Jace, but then we need triple black for Necropotence and then triple blue for Lab Jace.
I think that the solution would be in just like alternatively just brain freezing everyone and or Praetor's grasping someone else's Thassa's Oracle. Because you could just have the one Thassa's and then rely on Praetor's Grasp, I guess. Praetor's Grasp is I also just want to check the casting cost. Because I believe it's double black, but yeah. I was gonna say it'd be cool if you can make it one black to use Praetor's Grasp if you were to just like discard it.
I think we don't. Okay, so I think maybe just Valley Floodcaller and then Born Upon a Wind as our two
Oh yeah,
flash enablers.
I like that.
That's probably the best option, and we can have Lab Man as a backup line. I think that's probably our best setup.
I don't even think we need it though, man. Is a laboratory maniac as a backup? Is that crazy?
Backup Oracle, just so that we have two win cons, so someone can't just Praetor's Grasp you lose.
Demonic consultation, tainted pack. Okay, tainted pack. I'm just gonna add Underworld Breach.
Captain Beards, yeah. I know Born Upon a Wind is a thing. It's just I don't want to have to rely on hitting the one specific card, but we have Mystical Tutor, we have Vampiric Tutor. We should hopefully hit it. So,
Yeah.
good enough.
Artificer's Intuition is a good card in this deck. We'll take a look at it. I have it on screen now, though. And would you play Kefka in this deck, or is this good in Kefka? Green Goblin? Probably both, right? Por qué no los dos?
Yeah, Kefka's just each player discards, and Green Goblin. I don't know if you play Kefka and Green Goblin because Green Goblin feels more like a Storm deck than a grindy
Yeah.
deck. But you play Green Goblin and Kefka because he just lets. Actually, no, you don't. Only because there are other cards that functionally do the same thing as Green Goblin, but cost like 2 mana. Like I think Conspiracy Theorist is one. When you discard a card, you can pay 1 to exile it, and you can play it this turn.
Hmm. How do you feel about Artificer's Intuition? It's interesting tech because basically it's an engine to just pull out all your low cost artifacts. I don't know how many were actively running, folks. Like most, if this was equal to its CMC, that would be better.
If it was 2 or less, it would be fantastic
Yeah,
because that's just get every source that can tap for blue from your deck into play.
play it,
Um,
activate it, grab the next one, grab the next one, grab the next one.
yeah,
This doesn't get there as it stands, sadly.
but
What are the one
just in
CMC
general, it
things?
gets Mox Opal, it gets Mox Amber, it gets Mox Diamond, it gets Chrome Mox, it gets all of your fast mana out.
Yeah.
But and it gets you Sensei's Divining Top.
Top for 3 mana, 3 mana tutor for top.
Yeah, and
Requiring an
all of your fast mana. It gets
requiring an
all of your fast
artifact
mana
in
in play
hand.
and top.
I mean, I guess what does that turn
Um,
look like? I guess you're holding the 2 cost rock to drop it with this to activate it to grab the top or whatever else you want. I don't know, man. It seems okay. Like it is.
yeah.
I like it. I'm gonna put it on the sideboard.
I'm gonna look up artifacts that cost 1 or less right now just to see what options we have. Um, it gets Everflowing Chalice, which makes 1 generic. That's funny. It gets Soul Ring, which can help make more mana to do stuff.
Yeah, definitely with you on top. I just think that we're in the colors where it shouldn't be a problem finding top. So I don't know that I need a 3 mana tutor like this. I feel like Wishclaw Talisman's probably like as far as I want to go into the 3 mana range for something that's fundamentally the same without the
Yeah.
discard. I get that the benefit of discarding though, because you're cost reducing things Green Goblin's out. Like I totally get that. So I'm a little heads or tails on it. If we have space for another tutor, I think it makes sense to look at though, for sure. Just for fun, Bitter Ordeal for Gravestorm, remove all opponents' win cons from their deck, or just remove their decks. To be honest, Sir Captain, Bitter Ordeal is one of my favorite cards.
Is when Bitter Ordeal a permanent you control, or is it when a card is put into your graveyard?
When you play the spell, copy it for each permanent card put into your graveyard this turn. So yeah, if you just like top the top a million times, that's its own win con. Also, if you dump this, you can make it 1 black.
I think permanent means that it has to be on board because I don't think it's considered a permanent
Oh,
on the stack.
provided it hasn't been on the field. I mean, it's a permanent card. I get what you're saying. Is it not considered a permanent when it's in your hand? Well, Sensei's Divining Top would go onto the battlefield.
Yes, but then it goes back on top, and then it goes from top to hand to discard. Um,
But we
eh,
discard it, we play it, we put it on top. It is avoiding the grave.
from the battlefield. So Gravestorm does not work because it is from the battlefield. That is a good question, though. Like, I do respect that.
Is River Kelpie too cute? We can take a look at the River Kelpie. But also LED is being suggested. I think if there were ever a deck that cared more about it, this would be it. I'm also just going to put Brain Freeze and should I just put Wheel of Fortune in here?
Uh,
I'm going to sideline it for now.
for the sake of it, like Born Upon or not, well, Born Upon a Wind, Windfall, Wheel of Fortune might be good to include just because. But I also don't know if we need Burst Draw because theoretically, with this deck, we just try to find one of the things that say when blah blah blah, draw discard or discard draw, and then with
Honestly,
that we should be able to go through our deck.
do you like discarding River Kelpie and casting it for 3? Whenever this creature or another permanent enters from a graveyard, draw a card. Whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard, draw a card. Basically, this is like fueling your storm.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I don't
But
hate it. I don't know that it's necessary. Let's put it on.
draw discard is the equivalent of that, and I think that we can get other things that say draw discard.
Yeah, I don't hate it though, because I feel like one of the main issues for any deck is just running out of hand, right? Running out of things to do. We shouldn't get there. We're going to add a lot of like frantic search effects or faithless looting effects, anything that will draw a discard for us, loot or rummage, doesn't matter. So we'll basically have whatever we put in our graveyard as well. So we'll be tactful about what we're discarding. It's a pretty thoughtful list. River Kelpie is a draw engine, I think, that specifically works well in this deck. I really don't hate it. I don't think it's too cute. I just don't know that we have the space yet because Grixis is notorious for jamming all the same damn spells. So I don't know, man. Sorry. I'm keeping up with you guys. Breach, Wheel Effect, draw your whole deck. Wheel is what, 2 generic and a red. You could technically like pay 1 red to do it every single time.
Captain Beard's Wheel of Fate does not work because the Mayhem cost is equal to its cost, and its cost is nothing, meaning that you cannot cast it, period. So Wheel of Fate does not work as an option.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Breach making Wheel operable off of a Lotus Petal is kind of sick. With Green Goblin out, like if you couldn't afford the Lion's Eye Diamond, which is a lot of people, then your Lotus Petal is great in this deck. Careful.
Excuse me. Just make stuff from your graveyard cost 2 less to cast. You're right. I was thinking like, but Mayhem. No. He just
just flat. Yeah, flat out. Like even if you didn't care about Goblin formula, like the Mayhem element of this card, which is really cool. Making shit cost 2 less from your graveyard is huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't disagree that the wheel effect is a good idea here. Just Wheel of Fortune though, if any. Doesn't it end up mana positive? LED would, Nathan. Yeah, just yes, exactly. Yes. So Careful Study is going to go in. Should we just add our rummage and loot effects? Like not all of them. We should have a ton of them though.
Yeah, so Faithless Looting, Frantic Search, Wheel of Fortune, because at this point Wheel of Fortune is a combo piece, so we might as well include it. Do we want Seize the Spoils? 3 mana, discard a card, draw 2, and make a treasure?
I'm sorry, can you it's the red one, right? Seize the Spoils?
Yes.
This is from Ixalan, isn't it?
I think it's from
Kaldheim, excuse me.
Kaldheim, and then got reprinted in Foundations.
I'm good with it. Yeah. So you could sort of chain these together, by the way. Like any of the more expensive ones, you can make those the ones you dump into your graveyard, and then you can cast them for less. Like Frantic Search, one blue Frantic Search.
I'd also like to pitch a good idea. Ghostly Pilfer. We can just discard cards whenever we want to reduce their cost by 2.
Yeah, so guys, any discard utilities that you could think to use in this deck, they're really good. So again, things like Artificer's Intuition. Let's look for the ones that are free discards though. Ghostly Pilfer's
Artist Talent is also one of the best ones. When you cast a non-creature spell, discard a card, draw a card, it's a class. It does a couple other things as well, but that's like, it's 2 mana. It's the best one.
Artist Talent. Yeah. Artist Talent's great. Ghostly Pilfer, though, whenever an opponent casts a spell anywhere from other than their hand, Pilfers, we're really just here for the discard, right? He'll get incidental draw. I don't know how often.
Yeah, he's there for the discard, but just generally drawing when somebody plays a commander, like 2 mana, draw 2 over the span of the game is fine, and then this with our commander is a decent cost reduction package.
I don't hate it. It's also you're forced to draw the card. It's not a May, so if they're like comboing off, like
but then we just get interaction. We're fine.
I guess you're right. What
are we gonna do? Discard to hand size? We love that. As long as we have a discard effect so that we can play stuff like Cleanup.
I'm gonna start with Grand Abolisher. What's the new one?
Voice of Victory.
Oh God. There's so many options now. Yeah, we can do Windfall. Do you want to do Dark Deal? Do you want to do
Not Dark
how
Deal.
does it read
Windfall is
again?
good.
Each player discards all. Ooh, a Burning Inquiry.
Yeah, I was gonna say Burning Inquiry as the next one.
Yeah, if you guys remember this one, Will brought this up off camera and made me really excited because, like, seriously,
it's just ancestral recall that fucks with people's hands.
You're
It's
like,
so good in this deck.
everyone enjoy 3 draw. I get to enjoy 6 personally, but it doesn't.
No, it's everybody hand fixing by 3. Let RNGesus decide your fate. I'm just gonna straight up draw 3, but you guys may or may not lose a combo piece or 2.
Oh, don't forget, I have my Dothy Voidwalker out. Actually, Dothy would be kind of sick here.
Yeah, Dothy would be
fine.
Yeah,
We'll put Dothy Voidwalker. He's like an actually valid piece here.
A thing we should probably add to the sideboard, only because it's good enough, but I don't know if it's great. Ashling Flame Dancer. It's Magecraft, loot, and then second time this triggers, you impact tremors your opponents, and then third time this trigger impact tremors, Blazing Volley, double Blazing Volley, and then third trigger gives you 4 red mana.
What was the name of this card again?
Ashling Flame Dancer. We built a cEDH deck of this.
Yeah, this is actually a really fun deck, by the way.
You know what we should add to this deck that is really good, and I keep forgetting that this is a card people play in every format but Commander?
Psychic Frog?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, that was what I was going to say.
Well, this was just suggested by Captain Beards.
Yeah.
And you're right, because it's a really good card.
So good.
Oh my god, dude. What a... it's kind of good.
Go to the Scourge Familiar, because Scourge Familiar is 5, and we want to have the thing in play cheap so that we can discard cards to get out the more expensive stuff.
Yeah,
but Psychic Frog is the boy, because he's just a draw engine.
He's a really good draw engine too. But like you could like smack people with this. Like really maim them. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I don't know how much weight it'll actually pull. Like it really is Green Goblin dependent, but I kind of love it, dude. Waste Not is, another similar effect. We've gotten a few things like Waste Not now. There's the actual Witch.
Is, when an opponent discards, though, not when we discard. So it doesn't really help with like a Storm setup or something, but it is still just an option because incidentally, other people are going to be discarding when we do our thing.
Yeah, I think I'm good on Waste Not, though. I think that feels a little Win More-ish, but it's a good effect. Obviously, decks like Tiny Bones really want that, but I think everyone discarding sort of consequential. Like we're not really aiming to do that with people. Shit, guys, Jessica Pagula just won the first set. I am extremely excited for her.
You know what card is kind of disgusting and maybe better than Wheel of Fortune in the deck?
Wait, Attunement?
No. Change of Fortune. 3 in a red sorcery. Discard your hand and draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn.
I think someone brought this up earlier. Change of Fortune. Discard your hand, then draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. My god. That's a lot of draw. Yes?
Indeed.
Okay. Thank you for who said it? Nathan. I saw that earlier and I misread it. I thought it was one of the other Fortune effects, but Change of Fortune is great. Honestly, guys, I'm into Attunement. I'm kind of into Attunement.
Another really good card, because this is just going to draw us a stupid amount of cards over the game. Decaying Time Loop. It's 3 red for an instant that says discard all the cards in your hand and draw that many cards. Retrace. So it will constantly only cost 2 mana from the graveyard, and we can discard a land to keep going.
What's it called?
So it's just Decaying Time Loop. Also, yes, Attunement is great. Dude, I love that card. It's a good old classic.
Dude, it cost, put it back to hand, draw 3, discard 4, this one, and then you cast it for 1 blue, draw 3,
Yeah,
discard 4. It's just a loop. If we have a way to make, I mean, we'll draw into solutions. That's really good. That's
that's
really cool tech.
probably all we need for like discard effects, honestly. Because between the connive off Norman Osborn, which we then flip into Green Goblin and can cast the thing that we connived for cheaper, and just generally all the other things we've added, I think we have a good loot package. So
Um,
now we just add in staples.
there was one more suggestion, I think, on the loot front. Guys, if there's anything else that comes to mind, please let us know. I'm going to look at NT Seneschal of the Sun. I assume this is what we're talking about. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. Gains trample until end of turn. Whenever you discard one or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next turn. This is a good value engine. It's maybe a little slow. Thoughts on this? It's whenever you attack, not necessarily when NT attacks. So it's like,
Yeah, so Green Goblin can attack and do it.
make
Uh
Goblin a little bit bigger. Cast that
Yeah,
thing
make
for.
Goblin bigger, give Goblin trample in addition to Flying Menace and Impulse Draw 1. The exiling the top card feels kind of risky, but it isn't bad.
To your next turn, I
Think
mean, yeah, you should be okay.
I think we don't need more like draw engines for the deck because every discard effect is kind of a draw engine, so we should be fine without.
All right, well, what about Snapcaster Mage?
He does make the thing engraved cost cheaper. Maybe, but I don't know if we need him. He's good for like when we try to do the thing, then stop, and then we can't cast stuff from Mayhem from our graveyard. But like, I don't know how often that happens.
Mm. Frantic Search should be in. I'm with you, though, on Frantic Search. Drastic Revelation. I'll just look at one more. Guys, if there's any other tech that you're aware of that we're missing, things along the lines of attunement, let us know. But Drastic Revelations is discard your hand, draw 7 cards, and discard 3 cards at random. It's basically one with nothing. Uh, Wheel of Fortune, or the single-sided one, and Burning Inquiry, all roped into one
Oh,
card.
I also want to just at least pitch the idea of one, your favorite tutor Patrick, and two, your pet tutor, Gamble and Reckless Handling.
Oh yeah,
They're just gross.
no Gamble. This is maybe the best deck for Gamble and Reckless Handling.
Also, Fervent Mastery. It's basically intuition, but you're discarding cards instead of milling them, or yeah, milling them.
Puppet Mastery, Puppet Master.
Fervent Mastery.
You may spend blah rather than paying this mana cost. If blah was spent, and an opponent discards any number of cards and draws that many cards. Search your library for up to 3 cards. Put them. Fervent Mastery.
If we discard the cards, we just play them from grave. Like, it's a horrible early game tutor, but this can just find like top, one of the things that you play with top, and then maybe like a ghostly pilfer, so that we can discard stuff if we need to discard stuff. Then you do the thing.
Should we not
Or
just like? Should we not just? How does it read? I was gonna say, should we not just intuition? It doesn't say discard necessarily.
intuition is not discard, but fervent mastery can be discard, or it just puts them into hand, which also works.
I mean,
I think
is
we do intuition and we do generous gift. Is it not generous
generous
gift?
gifts? Yeah.
No, generous gift is
Oh no,
the
that's the white
white
spell.
removal.
Gifts ungiven.
Yes, gifts ungiven.
Yeah, no.
We do all of those. We add in lion's eye diamond just because good enough. We might as well go for the breach line. Brain freeze is a good additional thing, just as a win con
mhm.
or a mill effect. So I think with that we have all of our. Oh, You know what's a really good... Patrick, we forgot the best discard effect in the entire game, in addition to its kind of counterpart?
Necropotence? I put it in.
No. No, no, no. It's a land.
Hold up. Oh,
Legacy All-Star.
wait. Think about Glenhorn Buccaneer while I look this up.
I know the name of it. I want to see if you remember the name of it.
Legacy's Allure?
No, no, no. Legacy All-Star, the format.
Oh, dude, I thought you were just talking about the one land that lets you loot. What's it called?
Yes. But not the land that lets you loot one.
Oh, you're talking about Bazaars of Baghdad?
Bazaar Baghdad.
Yeah,
just
Bazaar
so
of Baghdad's pretty good.
We also have Magus of the Bazaar that's the same thing, but it's a 2-mana 0/1.
Nah, I just want the Baghdad.
Glinthorn Buccaneer though, I mean it can win, but like I think between just Brain Freeze, Thoracle, and Lapban, we're fine. I think we're fine.
Ledger Shredder.
Yes. Yes. Because we can only cast the Mayhem things that turn, but we can discard instants and then play them, or just like discard lands. We're fine with discarding lands on our opponent's turns.
How do you feel about Cephalid Coliseum?
Yeah. That kind of feels like a no-brainer.
Seems like a good card for this deck. If there's any other lands you guys can think of that you would want to incorporate, let me know. Cephalid Coliseum's great. Bazaar's great. We'll do Ledger Shredder. It's another good utility to draw. Do we want the One Ring in this deck? Because it's only 2 mana.
We don't need the One Ring. We're drawing so much
It's
already.
only 2 mana.
It is only 2 mana, but like when our deck is in our hand, do we need more draw?
Yes. Yes.
No, Patrick, no.
Not precious. Okay, 66 cards. We're doing good, Will. We've got space for tutors,
now it's
interaction, and ramp.
All of the staples time and all the tutors.
Oh my god. I think I put Witchclaw Talisman already. Don't ask me why. That was the first one I incorporated, but
because it's an artifact and it's based and goaded with the sauce.
Yeah, Yawgmoth's Will just makes everything cheaper. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking Yawgmoth's Will as like a backup storm piece. I don't know that we need it.
Well, the issue is if we discard stuff for a Norman line, it gets exiled.
Mm-hmm. Will of the Jeskai? I thought you were going to say Jeska's Will.
Will of the Jeskai is everything in your grave has flashback, and you can discard your hand and draw 5.
Ooh.
Pick one or the other mode, but if you have your commander, pick both.
Yes. Is this a good card?
For this deck, yeah.
Yeah, I like it enough. Good suggestion, Wolf. Yawgmoth's Will, man. I'm going to put it on the sideboard because I do love the card still. I don't know that it's right here.
I would rather play Past in Flames because I feel like the only thing other than creatures that we're not going to be able to play from graveyard are instants and sorceries. And also, the way Mayhem works, the card goes back to the graveyard after you cast it. So if you discard a Force of Will on an opponent's turn to like hard cast it for 3 mana, it's still in your graveyard. So if you Past in Flames, you can recast Force of Will again later. Although you'd have to pay 3 mana again, but like, yeah. Granted, that just means a lot of our I guess that means our tutors can be flashbacked. Is there like a dumb line that we can tutor chain, but nah.
You want to Past in Flame tutor chain some sort of combo? Technically,
we can do Intuition, get like Past in Flames, then cast Past in Flames, recast Intuition, and then go, probably.
I put Past in Flames in the deck.
I think Will of the Jeskai is the better Past in Flames, but having both doesn't hurt.
We'll see if one needs to be removed. How do you feel about Snort?
Nah, it's kind of It's just kind of eh.
Breach is already there, I suppose. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about it. It's like it's
Yeah,
such a
we
good
don't
card,
need
but
Twisted Flames. Will of the Jeskai is just the better option for flexibility's sake.
yeah, Will of the Jeskai and Underworld Breach are probably enough.
Yeah.
Emmet Selk of the third seat, it's 4 mana, so it's maybe too much mana. Well, if we discard
It
him.
makes everything in our graveyard cost 2 less again. The One Ring costs 0, Patrick!
Oh, shit. Um,
How many mana does it cost? What card are you casting?
how much burden are you going to accrue? A lot. Whenever one or
Got
more
many.
opponents lose life, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Does this ignore timing? Yeah, it does.
May cast, I think, means that it does follow timing.
If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile, and instead do this
No,
only
no, no.
once each
It
turn.
may cast means it does ignore timing. Yeah, so you can cast sorceries. Also, wait, yeah, it ignores timing because you can't cast a sorcery with this trigger on the stack. So yes, it ignores timing.
Yeah, it's also interesting because it's really good off pain lands or fetch lands. I don't know that we need. This is maybe a little overkill. I think Green Goblin's enough.
Yeah.
Emmet Selk was really fun to play unsundered. All right. Well,
That in itself is cool. I think third seed is like also just really, really strong.
agreed. They didn't know how to make a bad one. So, how do you feel about Jessica's Will?
Yeah. Just yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna use Storm's Will instead, but it's the same deal. Okay, so we got Jessica's Will. We've got. Let's just. Oh my gosh. Here, guys. Here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring up a Grixis list. Just help me narrow down what we need.
I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm saying this because we're not including this card, but it is a funny idea. Chains of Mephistopheles.
Such a mess.
It's good if we're not looting, but we're looting, so no, but funny.
When Dargo met Silas, this looks like a good list to borrow from. We're not going to put Ad Nauseam in here. We're not putting Ad Nauseam in here. There might be some dupes after I do this, by the way, guys, and we'll clear them up, so don't worry about that, okay?
We could throw in Ad Nauseam, even though we have a high cost, just because we can cheat a lot of things in. So it hurts, but it's doable. Actually, is PETA just better?
Is PETA just better?
Because it cost 5 off of discarding it and playing it. Nas cost 3 to be fair, so Nas is probably just better. But
Ad Nauseam off turn, off of a loot effect.
yeah,
That's pretty good. Shit, yeah, that's pretty good. Shit, I guess we should. Is Whispering Madness too expensive? It's a wheel that repeats its every time. I don't know. I've not seen it. It kind of sucks at Osborn.
Oh, that's the cipher. When the enchanted or when the ciphered creature deals combat damage, you recast it, and it's just each player discards their hand that draws equal to Windfall. It's Windfall, but on repeat. I don't know if we're grinding that hard, but we could theoretically run it.
How do you feel about
with LED? This is another loopable thing, but we exile this one. We may exile this when we cast it to encode it on a creature.
Do you like Vivi here?
Vivi does make a good amount of mana. Vivi is another potential win con. Sure, Vivi's just kind of the best dork in our colors. Speaking of which, Ragavan.
Yeah. Ragavan, Nimble Pilfer, Vivi. What's Vivi's full name? Ornatier. What are some other value creatures we want to incorporate?
Opposition agent, just because opposition agent.
Yeah, we just got a new print of opposition agent.
Opposition agent is even more disgusting when I think about it. When somebody's like, "Oh, you have one black open, haha, you might dark ritual into opposition agent, ghostly pilfer, discard opposition agent, cast it for one black."
Yeah. Ooh, that's so nasty. Yeah, we don't need the dark red. We don't need dark red for that. Orcish Bowmaster, I think I already put in. And I put... Sorry, guys. I didn't put Orcish Bowmaster. What else creature-wise? Do we want like a Goblin Engineer for any reason? Not really. Just to entomb the artifact. It is a straight-up entomb, though. Do you run Spellseeker? Yeah, Surly Badger Sword's another one of those like Waste Not cards. It's for yourself though, right?
It's on yourself. I think it's when you discard a creature, you put a counter on it. When you discard a land, you get a treasure, and when you discard a neither, you fight something.
To be honest, Willie, I think Surly's pretty good here.
Surly's probably good enough because if we discard lands, we just keep making mana, which is going to be our bottleneck eventually. So
yeah. No, I like it. We'll try it. I think Valley Flood Karn, Born Upon a Wind. Yeah, they're both in here now. You guys should be able to follow up with the updated list right now. I'm going to let you guys follow along with us. Let me just switch this.
This deck keeps incidentally making me want to run my favorite random crappy tech cards from back in the day, like Attunement. Another really good one is Disciple of Deceit. It is one a blue and a black for a 1/3 that says Inspire. When it becomes untapped, you may discard a non-land card. If you do, search for a card with the same mana value, reveal it, and put it into your hand.
Bro.
So 2 mana, 1/3 that just tutors a thing for you every turn.
It's not bad.
If it can usually attack is how you're going to get it tapped.
It's a little slow. It's a little slow, but yeah.
Yeah, it's slow, but it will set up a combo for you. And if you discard a 2-drop, which we're running, I think, every 2-drop mana rock that we can in this deck inevitably, both to ramp into Green Goblin and to be fast mana off the Green Goblin. So we can discard for Underworld Breach, and then with Underworld Breach, we probably find a win, or we find Demonic Tutor, get Underworld Breach, then loop.
What does Ultra of the Wretched do again? We don't want it. Okay.
It's a very fun card, but not for this deck.
It is. Blasting Station.
Also, since we started the stream, Patrick, my Risk of Rain game has yet to tick forward even a single second.
Of course. Do we want Grim Monolith in this deck?
No, because our commander's pip heavy, and outside of that, we don't pay generic ever because of our commander.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to. We don't need Mana Vault. We probably don't need Mox Amber, but we'll use Mox Diamond, Mox Opal, Chrome Mox, Arcane Signet, Felwar Stone. What are the tallies called again? I never remember these.
Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Creativity. I can't remember. Talisman of Indulgence. I think those are the 3.
You're right on creativity, because is it. Indulgence. You said black, right. Black and red.
Indulgence was right. I got all 3. I'm proud of myself on that one.
You know your flavors of tally now.
The thing is, those are the only 3 I think I could probably name consistently. Because let's see, Boros's Conviction, I probably wouldn't have gotten that. I probably would have gotten Selesnya, or not Selesnya, Simic being Curiosity. I know Hierarchy. Impulse, I would have not gotten. Progress, I might have gotten. I would not have gotten Resilience, and I would not have gotten Unity. I know half the talismans.
So
Also, the Signets as well.
you want to do the signets?
Yeah, the Signets are good.
Let's do this. Why am I forgetting? Is it Signet? Rakdos Signet. Is it Rakdos? And I need blue, black.
Devere.
On your Gilgamesh question, I don't know. Tarian Soul Cleaver for Aki's Battle Squad. I don't know on that. Will, we've got quite the deck here. We need to make a lot of cuts. There's also dupes. There's probably dupes in here. Actually, let me just go out and try to clear the dupes before we do anything. Demonic Consultation's in here twice. Brain Freeze is in here twice. There's a lot of stuff that was just borrowed from other decks that will be removed. Don't worry about those. Our land base needs to be tweaked 100%. Let me see if there's any other dupes. The Gamble's a dupe. The Jessica as well.
I don't know. I'm fine with the duped Gamble.
Same. All right, guys. We have, I believe, 118 cards. So let's just start with the artifacts real quick. We have Chrome Mox, Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal, Mox Diamond, Mox Opal, Soul Ring. It does make sense. It usually does. Arcane Signet, Demir Signet, Felwar Stone, Is It Signet, Rakdos Signet, Talisman, 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 Wishclaw, Talisman. Sounds good.
I like all the artifacts.
I like all the artifacts too, dude. Transplant Theorist, Surly Badgersaur, Sky Swimmer Koi, Rook Turret. Do we need all three? Can we go down to two?
We're in black. We can probably go down to two. We have tutors.
Which are the best?
We keep the ones that are artifact creatures, and then we keep the ones that trigger off of also non-artifact centering. So I think it's Koi. Koi, I think, is the worst.
Koi is the worst. Remember, Kess is our stand-in for Green Goblin. Ashling Flame Dancer.
Ashling can be cut. Ashling was a maybe. I was not even saying Ashling is like a definite, so Ashling's good to go.
Quicksmith Genius, Valley Flood Caller, Vivi Orniteer, Opposition Agent, Dothi Voidwalker, Ghostly Pilferer. Ghostly's maybe on the chopper.
Cut Dothi, only because I don't think we need to grave hate people too bad, but
no, not really. Riddlesmith, Thassa's Psychic Frog, and Ragavan.
Yeah, I like all of those.
Enchantments. We did not add a single fish or Riss.
Yeah, Ristic Mystic. We should add those.
Those, I mean, whether it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Add those two cards. I think we got a little excited about the core line of play here. Mystic Remora, excuse me. We'll make sure we have all of our tutors in a second here. Okay, so we need to cut 17 more cards, and then we'll get to playtesting and establishing what our goal is for the list. Creatures look good now. Mystic, Artist Talent, Underworld Breach, Attunement, Necropotence, stay with me. Okay. Instant speed spells. Force of Will, Ad Nauseam, Mindbreak Trap, Gifts Ungiven, Decaying Time Loop.
We can probably cut Decaying Time Loop. I also think we cut some of the... Is this running all the fancy things? It's not running Shallow Grave, it's just running Corpse Dance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that people are running that tech, though, for end step shenanigans, so...
Dude, we're about
I
to
just
go
want to say
to
I'm the first guy to do that with the Xur deck. I
what?
did that before it was cool. I did it with what's it
Mm.
called? Tidal Barracuda.
Mm. We'll
And
get
then I
to do
realized you just reanimate Thoracle instead of anything else, so why do you need Tidal Barracuda? And I got it.
lightning bolt wheel.
Um,
No bolt, no Zoyoas, says Mateus. I don't disagree. We
yeah,
can probably
I
cut
can
them.
kind of agree with getting rid of Zioa's Justice because though Zioa's is there to get rid of the One Ring, but I think we outpace the One Ring, so I don't think we actually care about it.
Our instants look good though. Otherwise, oh,
Yes.
burn offering. We don't need.
Yeah, we don't need Burnt Offering. I honestly don't think we need Cabal Ritual.
I don't disagree. But
And you got rid of Decaying Time Loop, right?
I did. Let's take
Yeah.
a gander at our lands. We're at 30 right now. Hull of the Bandit Warlord, Will. Don't need that.
Maybe we don't want that.
We could probably I mean, I don't know. We need to modify this land
Probably.
base a little bit, but we'll
Yeah.
probably keep it as is for now. I think it's fine.
We toss in a Forbidden Orchard. We're missing Forbidden Orchard in this list, so we can cut Hall the Bandit Lord for Forbidden Orchard, and then
I want to cut Exotic
besides that,
Orchard too, dude. I don't really like Exotic Orchard. That we've got to have another dual land for this deck at this point, other than Exotic Orchard. I'll add in Forbidden though.
Exotic Orchard's just too good to not run. It's honestly good enough.
Yeah, but not if you're on play, dude.
Yeah, but like if it's your only land on play, you've probably made a mistake at some point.
Forbidden Orchard. What's another dual land that we just got recently? That's worthy.
Do we have the Verges in here?
I don't think so.
Then some of the Verges.
What is it? Blazemeyer Verge. Blazemeyer Verge. Do we have the full
We
line?
have the full cycle. We have all 10.
Bleachbone is not one we need.
Bleachbone is Orzhov.
Gloom Lake Verge.
Yeah, Gloom Lake's Demir, and we're missing what is the red blue?
River Pyre.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to memorize those names at some point. Those are like relevant enough. I'm never searching them though. I guess that's probably the reason why we never need to learn
why
them.
Energy Tap, you say? I'm sorry. We just pulled this from when Dargo met Silas list.
Yeah.
So if something's in there that seems awkward, that's why. So we'll remove Energy Tap. Don't worry. There's going to be some other random things.
Beseech the Mirror can probably go as well because that's too
exactly
heavy.
Like where am I looking? Where's the Energy Tap?
Sorcery.
I don't.
Really good card in Dargo Silas, but not in this.
Am I crazy? I don't.
Also, Diabolic Intent can go. I don't think we're gonna have enough creatures in play consistently that Diabolic Intent's actually good.
Yeah, we'll look at those artifact tutors to see if we want to.
Fire Giant's Fury, another one that's only a Dargo card.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna get rid of the snow-covered lands here, and then bring us down to 29 lands.
Also, can probably cut the specifically artifact tutors from our sorcery package.
Specifically sorcery tutors?
The sorceries that specifically tutor artifacts, like
Transmute, Reshape.
Transmute artifact.
Reckless Handling you're still fine with.
Yeah, because it's discard something at random, it's 2 mana, it's easy and cheap.
We need to cut 5 more cards. Is Ponder one of them? Yeah.
You cut Fire Giant's Fury, Energy Tap, and the artifact tutors.
Rite of Flame is still good if we want to cheese out our commander.
You cut Beseech the Mirror?
I did. Seize the Spoils. Seize the Spoils.
Seize the Spoils is probably the next weakest. And you said we need to cut 5 more? Or?
Yeah, Windfall is looking at me.
I think Windfall's still good enough.
Want to run the good MDFCs? You can recast them from the graveyard when you discard them, so they have upside. Yeah, honestly, the MDFCs are frankly just they're honestly really solid here because if there are things you discard, they mostly all have like high generic value. You're gonna get like
I
a
like
good card.
Hydroelectric Specimen because that's
Same.
1 blue to just redirect something to it to protect our commander.
It's pretty good, especially if we just like
Um,
put the Valley Flood collar down. Like it has
again,
flash, right?
yeah.
Oh, it
I
doesn't
don't know
work
if
with the.
we have any. I don't think any of the black ones are worth running out. I think any of the red ones are worth running outside of just being there, but I don't think that we need them to just be there.
I'll put the
Um,
hydroelectric specimen. I don't hate that.
yeah. Um,
Which means we need to
we
cut
run.
4 more cards. Sorry, I
Yeah.
guess we're still in that cutting process. Yep.
Maybe Surly Badgesaur.
Does feel a little win more-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Uh, Ghostly Pilfer is maybe one of the weaker links, but it's still like some form of draw utility. Do you like Ledger Shredder more than Surly Badgersaur? Or sorry,
Uh,
Ghostly Pilfer?
it's just generally good hand fixing. I think we can also. I don't know if you cut Corpse Dance or not in an instance. Oh, Entomb. Actually, yes, Entomb. We don't have anything. Actually, no. We have things with generic flashbacks, so maybe we keep Entomb.
Yeah, and Tomb hits anything. I don't know, man.
But it needs to be castable from graveyard by itself to
Be a
be its own thing. No, we can cut Entomb. I
Entomb
don't
is
think
just
that
it's another solution off Breach, but I feel like we're fine.
we if we hit breach, we probably already have like 8 other ways to find breach.
We should. You know what we didn't add, Will? Take a look. What?
Is it Sensei's Divining Top?
Yeah.
It's Sensei's Divining Top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should put that in there.
You know, the card that combos with all these other cards in our deck.
Yeah, we want Sensei's Defining Top. We do. It's a good
So
card.
that careful study art is amazing.
Oh, which one? I didn't even look yet. Oh, 2 more cards, Will. 2 more cards, and then we can rock out with our
Change
cock
of
out.
Fortune, maybe. Um,
Change of Fortune.
that's a draw for every card you've discarded this turn. Discard your hand first.
A little win Moorish as well. I'm fine with that. I think we don't need to draw that much. I think we'll be fine doing incremental. And
Maybe Spell Pierce.
I feel like it should be one of
Miscast
these.
in here? Miscast is not in here. Spell Pierce is probably our weakest tutor, or not tutor, counterspell.
Do you want miscast
That maybe
in here?
Tomb. Yeah, you already cut Entomb?
I did.
Okay.
Did you want miscast in here?
No. It's if somebody's running Spell Pierce, they sometimes run Miscast, and I think Miscast is weaker than Spell Pierce occasionally. So Spell Pierce is cuttable though.
All right, guys.
I think we're fast, but we're not Spell Pierce fast.
That is our Green Goblin list. We're going to go ahead and try it out. I think it's good to go. But this is that point of the video where I'll encourage you to leave this with a like if you've been watching the whole time. Thanks for helping us build this. It's a blueprint. It's in the description. You can put this in your favorite deck editor and modify it if you haven't already made your own list. If you're watching this as a VOD, let us know what you're using in your list or what you're going to be brewing from Spiderman. I'm actually curious to know. Sabalenka, she's 1 point away from winning this set. Don't let her do it, Jessica. Sorry, I've got the scarf. Damn it. All right, it's going a 3rd set. Maybe I'll get to watch after we're done here. We'll see. All right. Let's do the do. Do you want to try this deck out?
Yep.
You guys seeing it? You should be seeing it. Okay. So, we have a turn 1 Mystic Remora. That's really just enough for me to say that this is a good hand in most cases. I'm looking at Jessica's Will, Necropotence, Careful Study, 2 lands and an Arcane Signet. Yes, the Arcane Signet is turn 2-able. We technically need to either pay cumulative or let it go. I This is fine, but it's not like great. I like the careful
Yeah.
study art actually. Excuse me.
Um, just tempoing like into Norman Osborn for a little bit of hand fixing, and then flipping to the Green Goblin when we can is not a bad way to start.
Yeah, we can definitely play Norman if we want to start. Okay, let's give this a go. We'll keep this in. I have a Mox Diamond to start with. You know,
I
Will.
think we just play all of the things.
Yeah, when life gives you Mox Diamond, I think you just play Mox Diamond.
Life gives you
Uh,
lemonade, you drink it.
I'll go
That's the
for the
saying, right?
yeah. I'll go for the Morphic pool. I believe no, black is a minor color in the deck. So we'll play the oh shit, but we don't have red accessible. No, we're playing the Morphic pool. We'll get the red from the Mox Diamond. That's fine. I'm going to discard the Verge Land here. We'll cast Arcane Signet, and then we will go ahead and cast the Mystic Remora. All right, let's just say that we're on the play here. We get like 1 or 2 draw. Some
Yeah.
people adhere. Okay, so 1, 2. Before I take my draw next turn, do we want to feed the fish? I think we can.
Yeah, we tap the land for the fish, and then we're probably just gonna play our commander.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. We drew Thassa's Oracle. Meh, meh. Probably just play our commander, he says. How are we doing that? We want to do Hydroelectric Specimen for a land per turn.
Yep, yep.
And
And
then
our command, we play Norman Osborn for 2,
Okay, okay.
just because that
And
activates our Jessica's Will, so we can transform later.
deals common damage to a player he connives.
Yep,
Nothing
and
to
unblockable,
do.
so we always connect.
Yeah, that seems okay. We'll put Norman down. So we're gonna
Can,
tap the.
can I also just say Norman Osborn as just a general beats commander is kind of disgusting because he's just a 1/1 blockable that gets bigger every single turn, and he's in colors that can do like decent burst damage. So he's gross. He's just gross.
Yeah, he's not bad. We're gonna get some swings in a second. Can't be blocked. Kind of love that. Anything else? Oops. Anything else we want to do here? Nothing off turn. Let's just say we get 2 more draw off turn, and then we can take our turn. Draw 1, draw 2. Polluted Delta. Great. Could use that.
Now, do we pay to keep it around?
We don't need to, I don't think.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I don't feel we do. Before we actually play the land, we could do Polluted Delta and thin our list out, or we can go Norman, attack, and then connive first. Would it be better to thin logically? I feel like we're going to get the land we want from Polluted anyway, so yeah.
I like thinning.
Yeah, we'll do Polluted, and then we'll find is it land just to have red online. So Volcanic Island. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And let's go ahead and swing with Norman. We'll draw a card, then discard, correct?
Yep, yep.
We'll get rid of the island. We drew a Lotus
draw
Petal.
a card, then discard. Yeah, draw a discard, and then if it's not a land, we get a counter on Norman
Oh,
Osborn.
non-land.
Well, we can discard a land if we want. It's just that he gets bigger if it's not a land. The thing is, if we flip him this turn, we can Mayhem whatever we discarded as well.
Lotus Petal
So
then.
we can
Lotus
discard
Petal.
Ghostly Pilferer if you want, and then use Ghostly Pilferer, like get Ghostly Pilferer back immediately.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's do that. Let's do that then. He's pretty good. Go tall commander, maybe proliferate. Yeah, if you want to just focus on the front end, we're not even like really considering it. I think we're just consequently doing this, but yeah, you could.
He's a gross lad. He can punch hard.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll play out, or rather transform Green Goblin. Does he come back tapped?
He flips. He just flips. He does not exile and return. He just flips.
All right, so we're going to transform this to the Magic the Gathering side of the card. It's a 3/3, right?
Let's keep it just as Kess, and we'll say the Magic the Gathering side is Normand, the flip side is Green Goblin, or the Kess side is Green Goblin.
Okay, I'm fine with that. All right, so we can cast cards from our graveyard. We're going to cast the
That have
Ghostly
been discarded
Pilfer.
this turn.
Yeah. Mayhem. Yeah, you may cast a card from your graveyard for its Mayhem cost if you discarded it this turn. So yeah, we're good on that. So we'll cast the Ghostly Pilfer. There's nothing we really need to do here. I'll put the Lotus Petal down, just the Thread and the Flusterstorm, and then I think we're good. We didn't really. Normally, what we do when we do these playtests is establish what we want to see and when. This deck is kind of pip heavy, so I don't feel like we're winning on turn 3 typically. But I think that we could definitely see about turning a win out by turn 4 or 5. What do you think is the best measuring stick for this list?
This is like a somewhat control deck that when it flips, it just starts going off. So I think like closing it at the end of turn 5 is a good door to
Minimally
close it on. So yeah, we can say turn 5. Meta's also a bit slower, so it should be good.
I just want to state we could potentially win off of Necropotence this coming turn.
Yeah. Agreed.
Intuition. Okay, so shit.
Oh, well, that simplifies things.
One cost intuition, anyone?
I do want to bring up the fact that intuition does not immediately win because if Breach gets put into graveyard, we cannot play it.
Why is that?
Because it's not discarded.
Right. We would need to draw it back somehow, which I don't think we have any form of recovery.
Intuition may need to be cut from the deck, but
well, what are the intuition piles then for this list in Gifts Ungiven?
It's probably like something with buyback that discards. I don't think there is an intuition pile. We can look at that later. We just went yes, Underworld Breach. Let's toss those in, even though I don't think that they were correct.
I feel like am I crazy? Is there not an intuition pile for Grixis? It's gonna bother me if I can't think of one. Guys, what's name the intuition pile for a Grixis list?
For this deck, we could do like Past in Flames, a big enough ritual, and reiterate like Seething Song.
Right.
And that's just infinite mana, and then theoretically we just duplicate whatever we need in hand to go infinite.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just infinite mana. Jessica's Will. There we go. Jessica's Will, reiterate, and actually, is Jessica's Will reiterate just no? Because reiterate goes to hand afterwards, so it doesn't keep getting cost reduced. And Past in Flames. So no, that doesn't even do it either. Never mind. I don't think we have an intuition pile.
We have a Necropotence pile potentially. Do we want to Jessica's Will first? Or I guess we do that at the end. Or how do we get the red from the sorcery?
Yeah, Jessica's Will's difficult. Well, we can play Jessica's Will for 1 red right now at the very least.
Or for
1 red
for free.
Ghostly Pilferer.
Yeah, we'll pitch it with the Pilfer here. We'll cast it for a red, tapping the Volcanic Island. Let's just say we generate 5. I think that's reasonable. We'll exile the top 3. We have LED, Will of the Jeskai, and Reckless Handling. Amazing. We haven't played a land this turn. We're gonna refrain for now. I will play Lion's Eye Diamond though. It's a good card. Will of the Jeskai. If you control a commander as you cast this, you may choose both. Each player may discard their hand and draw 5 cards. For each instant and sorcery in your graveyard, gains flashback until end of turn. Well, I don't know, dude. It's in that sequence too, so all of this shit will get flashback, which is a good majority of things.
Hold on. So
if we just do LED for triple black and cast Necropotence, like we're in a pretty good space because we have the
we might be able to just so intuition can find the 2 out of 3 of the ETB artifact ETB loot effects.
Mm.
The issue is that will give us the worst of them, and the worst of them does not do the infinite combo, but it does let us start storming off.
Oh, if
So
we kept the koi fish, it would have been fine.
yeah, if we kept the koi fish, it would have worked. We can do like attunement and then the other two, and they probably just give us attunement.
I'm kind of chill with that. We're forcing intuition to work when we're looking at necropotence. We could also just do a careful study too if we just want to like set.
Actually, do we in no? I was gonna say, do we intuition infer fervent mastery? Actually, how much red do we have? I guess is probably the best question.
5 floating.
5? Okay. 5 red. We can intuition for.
I'm gonna pitch.
Is it just tutor?
Oh shit! I accidentally back scrolled. We won there, no matter what. We won there, no
Yes.
matter what. But
Because we could have intuitioned for like fervent mastery, gamble, and demonic tutor, let's say, and then if any of those were given to us, we win the game.
let's look at it this way. Do we like intuition in the deck?
No, I would rather have probably any other tutor. Same with a Gifts Ungiven, or we can put in a line, but
No, I'm
we'd
good.
have to make a line for that, and I feel like that's too much of a headache.
No, that's too much effort. Let's put some other tutors in or more interaction. Not beseech the mirror. I mean, I don't really hate transmute artifacts like getting Sensei's Divining Top, like stuff like that. Or reshape. Don't really need it though. Entomb is a card. Shit, dude. From our sideboard, I don't really know what I want. I guess this Sky Swimmer Koi could go back in, but that's only because I was just thinking about it for that intuition pile.
Yeah, the weirdly enough, is it? No, yeah, it's just put in koi. I was gonna say, is it put in koi, keep intuition, or Gifts Ungiven, one or the other? But it's put in koi, put in something else.
We could leave intuition if we want. We could feasibly leave it. I think that we should be playing Malevolent Hermit. It's just silence for blue.
Yeah, it's flashback, like, or not flashback, but whatever the flashback from that set was.
Yeah, Malevolent Hermit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Your
trying
stuff can't be countered.
Yeah, no, it's a cool card. I just wanted to bring it up so people can see it. I am going to add it.
Actually, do we play Spiderpunk?
Oh, yeah.
That is... We're in that set. That is a thing we can include.
Spiderpunk's pretty good.
I like Spiderpunk and Hermit.
I think Hermit Druid. Let's just do Hermit Druid because I know Malevolent Hermit.
Yeah.
I know is for fact going to be on tapped out, but also maybe better for us having things on.
It can be removed from graveyard to give us the uncounterable at any point. We don't need to like immediately flip with Green Goblin. The thing is, it's an ability, not cast. Actually, is it cast? I think it's just flip, but
The Hermit?
Yeah.
This activated ability for the top effect and disturb is you may cast this card from your graveyard transformed. No, I like Malevolent Hermit here. That's a really good call. I don't know that I want to keep the hand.
So yeah, disturb is indeed cast.
This is a LED Thassa's Oracle start with 2 lands, a Flusterstorm, the Theorist, and Arcane Signet. It's not horrible, but it is rather slow. We can afford this, but I really don't want Thassa's Oracle off the bat. It's just a dead card to start with.
True.
Ad Nauseam, No Dark Rid, Underworld Breach, Volk Island, Forbidden Orchard, Careful Study, DC, and Psychic Frog. We're going to pass on this as well. All right, we have Gemstone Caverns, just a lot of lands. Chrome Mox, a
We
Psychic
can
Frog.
kind of get away with a lot of lands because turn 1 Norman Osborn does mean that we just loot every turn.
Yeah, I kind of love
We
this. Let's
He'll
do a.
fix it.
Let's do. Okay, we'll keep this for sure. This is actually a good start. So I'll draw a card. We get Reckless Handling. I'm gonna do Gemstone Caverns off the get. I should have done that first.
I think we probably play Psychic Frog turn 1 because it's pure draw, whereas Norman is fixing.
Yeah. I'll exile the Watery Grave here to Gemstone Caverns. I'll do the Chrome Mox, exiling the Reckless Handling, and that does not give
Is
us Psychic Frog. Hold
exiling
up, hold on,
Jessica's
hold on.
Will better because Reckless Handling can
Well,
tutor for.
neither of these get a Psychic Frog though.
Oh, you're saying for. Oh, yeah, for. Well, no, we have land for turn.
No.
Yeah, we have Psychic Frog.
Let's hold off on the Chrome Mox then, and let's just do a Polluted Delta. We'll do Polluted
That's
Delta for our.
that's fair. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
correct.
let's do Volk Island here, I guess, because we have our black. So we'll do blue and black. We'll do Psychic Frog. It is pure fixing. This is going to be a decent draw. We should be able to get in with this. All right, next turn.
Because one person's not going to have a blocker, or somebody's not going to block with an elf.
You know what's funny? We just top decked Lion's Eye Diamond, and if we were to dump our hand to cast Green Goblin, we technically are able to cast everything that Lion's Eye Diamond discards.
Yeah.
But there's not much in our hand, to be frank, other than Storm's Will, Jessica's Will. I still think we just want to go Norman here. I'll do
if we Reckless Handling, we can find either Senseis or one of the looters off of Senseis. And then with that, hopefully we can set up some kind of draw. I think it might be correct to find Senseis and try to use Senseis to set up something.
Sensei's off the Reckless Handling.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't remember Underground Sea's name. The commander gameplay, Steven. I don't disagree.
We make blue, black, and then red off LED. We can keep other land up for whatever, and then we have Green Goblin in play. Green Goblin play, Reckless Handling, Chrome Mox, and Jessica's Will in graveyard that can all be Mayhemmed back. And I think we probably start off by. Oh no, we want to attack with Psychic Frog first.
You want to draw another card before we begin?
So I think we cast.
Do we cast Norman here?
Handling to discard whatever artifact we want to search for, and we find Sensei Divining Top and cast it. And then we can attack with the frog so that we have whatever we draw off the frog in hand, and then we can tap our last land for Jessica's Will to cast Jessica's Will.
Do you want to play Green Goblin here? That's the question.
Yeah, it's
because we can.
Yeah.
Like if we do triple red off of Lion's Eye Diamond and pay for everything else with the other things, we have 3 red floating. We cast.
We use Lion's Eye Diamond to pay for Norman Dawes for Green Goblin, and then we can keep lands up just for the sake of keeping lands up. Because if we move to combat, we lose the mana that we're holding.
Oh, I'm not trying to move to combat. I'm not trying to move to combat yet.
Well, to draw with Spore Frog, we may have to. That's the only reason why I'm trying to math that out as part of it.
Wait, I kind of just want to try putting Green Goblin down right now with Lion's Eye Diamond.
Yeah, well, the question is, like, what are we going to do with the rest of the turn? And I think it's probably, like...
It needs to be a really successful Jessica's Will.
Yeah. And
And we're
reckless
gonna
handling.
entomb. We'll just entomb whatever we grab with reckless handling.
Yes, but we'll be able to cast it, so it doesn't particularly matter.
No.
Um,
What is the best thing we can grab with reckless handling? It would be a draw artifact. Frankly. Right? If we're gonna go balls to the walls with LED.
would it be the Rook Tower so that when we play Chrome Mox from Graveyard, we can draw, discard, and like keep going theoretically? That is very contingent on the fact that we hit more artifacts to keep going, though.
Yeah. Does Mox Diamond, could we just repeatedly cast? No, we can't.
It doesn't enter.
Okay, I'm gonna break the LED for triple red. I'm gonna cast Green Goblin. I'm going to
Think
use
I do think that we cast Reckless Handling for Sensei's Divining Top and play Sensei's Divining Top. That's probably
first.
correct. Yeah, because it's always going to be recast for free because we discard it to the Psychic Frog.
Okay,
So it isn't taking up a card slot, and it's just letting us look at the top three and rearrange whenever we need.
so I'm sort of fast tracking this, guys, but I generated 3 red off the LED. One went towards Green Goblin, another one towards Reckless Handling. Sensei's Divining Top is going to go right to the grave, and then we're going to
Would it be
cast
better
it.
to do 2 of the red to Green Goblin, 1 generic and 1 red, and then keep the 1 red floating, and then we keep our Gemstone Caverns untapped for right now?
Sure. So now we're down to 0 red floating, 1 Gemstone
Yeah.
Caverns.
Now, if we want, we can move to combat, attack with the frog, and then see what we draw and play from there.
That seems good. Okay. We'll draw a card. We get Rook Turret. We actually get Rook Turret.
That's an artifact, so we can't pitch it to Chrome Mox.
You can get Wish Claw with handling. Did we need Wish Claw though? Wait.
So with handling, we can play it. We don't have the mana to do that, unfortunately.
Well, it would have been 1 black.
The 1 black from Gemstone Cavern to pay for it, but then we don't have the generic to activate it. So
yeah, kind of in the tank.
Could have Wish Clawed.
We're kind of in the tank trying to make this work right now, which we don't necessarily have to. Rook Turret is just 1 blue away, dude, from working.
Yeah. I think we just play Jessica's Will now and see what we roll into.
What sucks that Jessica's Will is exiled instead because
Actually,
we're not.
Oh yeah, because it's not yet.
We can't Chrome
No,
Mox
it's not exiled. We mayhemed it.
No. We can't. The cards that we
Yes.
get go into exile, and we can't like use those to Chrome Mox.
Yeah. Do we? So really quick, let's tap with Sensei's Divining Top first to draw, because we can replay Sensei's with the mana from Jessica's Will. So it's the least risky play to do. Draw Sensei's first.
Sure. We get Transplant Theorist. My God. It had to be an artifact. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use Jessica's Will now.
Is Transplant Theorist the other?
Yes, dude. It is. Yes. They're both in a row, dude.
Both of them. The one-time Koi is better.
We have Psych Rift, Thassa's Oracle.
All right. Well,
and
now
Sensei's Divining Top.
Yeah.
So let's just say that we have, I don't know, 5 red floating. I don't know.
Okay. 5 red. One of the red's going to play Sensei's Divining Top. The other red is going to spin the top. And let's get anything that taps for blue.
Okay, so
or anything that we can discard for blue for Chrome Mox.
We have Underworld Breach. Wait, Underworld Breach is actually not good here. Okay. So we have Wooded Foothills, Mental Misstep, and Underworld Breach.
So we can either do Mental Misstep.
Mental Misstep.
No, Underworld, or not Underworld Breach, the land, because with Wooded Foothills, we can get it for an island, discard the
Rook
land
per turn,
and then replay it, and then we can play Chrome Mox to trigger the Rook turret to draw Sensei's Divining Top again.
We did land per turn, though. We did do land per turn.
Oh, wait, but Fuck, no, we do... Did we do Land for Turn?
We did.
No, we didn't. This is turn 3.
No,
Pretty
Gemstone
sure, right?
Caverns was a free.
Yeah, Gemstone Volcanic on turn 1. Turn 2...
Oh, we have not.
Turn...
No, we have not. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
No, didn't... I think we might have played a Land for Turn and then played Lion's Eye Diamond Cracked and then just gone for it, right?
Maybe. I don't recollect if Underworld...
Oh, yeah, it says turn 2 at the top. It says turn 2 at the top. So we've played Land for Turn. Okay. Also, we couldn't have done what I was thinking anyways, because if we crack the fetch land, then we shuffle with Sensei's Divining Top on top.
Yeah, can't do
So
that. Can't do that.
that is not good.
So if we get Mental Misstep to hand, we could pitch it to Chrome Mox to play Transplant Theorist. No, wait. Oh, okay, wait. We discard it with Psychic Frog to make it cost less. For
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're gonna put Wooded Foothills, Underworld Breach, and Mental Misstep on top, like so.
Transplant Theorist triggers when it enters itself. Okay, we're fine.
Only... Oh, yeah, this is the only one that does it by itself, I think.
Beautiful. We got there. Demonstrate the loop, Patrick.
Okay, so let's see if I have this potential. Okay, so we have 3 red floating and a Sensei's Top on top. That's fine. We're gonna discard the Transplant Theorist to Psychic Frog to reduce its cost. I have to cast the Chrome Mox now. We're gonna pitch a Mental Misstep just so that we have blue. So exile that for the Transplant Theorist. We're going to use a blue and a red that we have floating, 2 red left, to play Transplant Theorist. When it enters, we can draw a card and discard a card. We're going to draw a Sensei's Divining Top. I will discard Sensei's Divining Top. I know this is all a little widespread, so I'm just going to leave them on the battlefield, and I'll tap and untap to illustrate what I'm doing here. Just remember that Kess is Green Goblin. Okay, so now with Transplant Theorist, when we cast Sensei's Divining Top from our graveyard, we get the same effect: draw, discard. With the with the trigger on the stack, we're going to use top to draw a card in advance, and then put top on top, draw top, discard top. We knew Underworld Breach was next. The sequence is entirely free and will loop through our entire deck. So we basically just draw a deck. What is this, main phase 2? We draw a deck to do this. If for some reason, I think like interactions, like the one thing we're short of here, like if someone had something for us, we're kind of in a weird spot. We do have a way to discard utilities with Psychic Frog for whatever that's worth, but I think we
only ask so much for a turn 2 win, Patrick.
No, that was pretty nutty. That was really, really nutty to get there. I hope that made sense, though, that sequencing. I don't know if I explained it well, but yeah, basically, Transplant Theorist being able to trigger off himself was super important because we were trying to get it to trigger off the Chrome Mox entering, but we just didn't realize that Transplant Theorist was better than the other 2 in that way. So, great. We'll do this until we get enough blue producing mana to, like, we'll literally Psychic Frog, our Arcane Signet, or Tallies, whatever, and then we'll play Thassa's Oracle from exile off of Jessica's Will.
Or Brain Freeze, because we've been casting top all this time.
Right, unless someone has like a shuffle deck or something, which is rarer these days, like some sort of Eldrazi list, Titan list, then yeah, we get there. That's insane that we got there turn 2 off of LED in a dream. Because my expectation was turn 5. But LED in this deck is really good, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, screw it. Like,
LED
I've done
play commander with all that mana, just play everything.
Well, I've done that with Tevesh Swat because you're like, well, I'm gonna like draw those cards later anyways. Like Tevesh and Rog, it's totally fine. I'll rebuild, I'll make some thralls, I'll protect my board, it's chill. Damn, dude.
With the Green Goblin, you're like, I'm gonna discard all of them. Okay, now I'm gonna play all the things I just discarded for less mana.
Well, I think it was a success. Yes, Nathan. I think this commander broke LED.
We did it, guys. We broke LED.
I want to say that this is one of the better LED commanders, though.
I
really, though.
The best LED commander only because it actually uses LED in a way that's not a combo.
Yeah, it's just value. Because it allowed us to chain together play lines that we wouldn't have otherwise been able to play, especially when we were really short of mana.
It turns out Black Lotus is a good Magic card.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when you can, when it's an actual Black Lotus. Um, yeah, so I don't think this broke LED, but it certainly upgraded it. Thoughts on Norman? Do you think he's bracket 5? I'll assign him a bracket now that we're here.
I honestly believe he is probably bracket 5. I
I
think
think he
he's going
can
to be one
compete.
of like the 2 or 3 commanders from the set that are bracket 5. I think there's like 1 or 2 other commanders from the set that are interesting enough that they might be able to do it, but Normand is like the best. Second best is Gwenum, which
Mhm.
fun thing. I built that deck off stream because it's very straightforward and very simple. We can go over it, but I think the stream's gone long enough, so I don't think we're going over it today. We might go over it on another stream day. Maybe when we do a set review. I don't know.
A win on turn 2 is bracket 5.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because we got to see both flavors of the Goblin, right? So we got to do Norman Osborn, right? A slower start, some interaction in hand. I don't recollect if we held mana for that necessarily. We were kind of going balls to the wall for the most part.
We
Um,
held Petal. We held Petal for the first
Facts,
game.
the Flusterstorm. Yeah, I will say though that I think that that first play was heavily modified or made better by Mystic Remora turn 1. But that is also just a component of playing in Grixis, right? So you just have access to all the good blue stuff. And Grixis in general has always been a really competitive slice of the color pie. I think that Green Goblin does something really unique here. While you're not getting draw per se, you're getting really good, like Will was saying, like as a mana dork, you're getting really good cost reduction for your card quality effects. And when you run card quality effects, you're basically doubling your hand pending the card, right? Like draw 2, discard 2. You're like, that's 4, net 4, -1 for the effect itself. But you get what I'm saying. It's really good value. We didn't see a Faithless Looting or a Frantic Search. We never rocked the Careful Study, only because we didn't necessarily need it in that hand. We were facing down a Necropotence. Mind you, I think if we were going to win that first game, it would have just been slamming Necropotence. I think we were sort of struggling with a better
Intuition
way.
for
Yeah.
3 tutors got there. Necropotence got there. We would have got there in a plethora of ways, and I
Mhm.
think careful study would have just been a nice effect on top of that to help dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah. So VIP Mystic Remora, first game. VIP Psychic Frog. I'm going to hand it to Psychic Frog because legitimately,
So good. Ghostly
yeah,
Pilfer and Psychic Frog, so good.
easy includes. Obviously, I think you can play test this a few ways. I know we're doing this in a vacuum, but you'll see like a variety of results. I think there are so many good cards in this list. Again, Attunement, which was suggested earlier, I think would be freaking awesome in this. Will be awesome in this. Yeah, I agree. I think that this is bracket 5. It's really clean. Does a lot of good stuff.
And I agree with the comment that just got posted as well of a 2-cost commander makes the free spells way better.
Oh yeah. Deadly Rollick. There's no excuse not to run it. Because frankly, like you could even make an excuse for Mox Amber with how easy Norman is to put out, and then like Mox Amber can help you pay for the Green Goblin switch when you want to do that. Um, it's just one less card you'll see, right? And 4 mana is high, but it's not like steep. It's just pip heavy. I don't know. I like this. I think that this deck is maybe like 90% there. There's definitely some tweaking you can do.
And this may not be like the best way to build Green Goblin because to kind of go over what we said at the beginning of the stream for anybody who hopped in right now, there's a lot of ways that you can build it. The way that we went was the Sensei's Divining Top loop line, just because turns out if an artifact ETB makes you loot, you can do some weird things with Sensei's Divining Top to draw your deck. You can also just do Wheel of Fortune, Windfall shenanigans, and build an Opus Thief deck where you just get out Notion Thief ASAP or Plagiarism or any of the other random effects, and then just mess people up, play Bowmaster, win the game. You also could build it as a more control-ish heavy deck, like using Norman to loot initially until you get the Green Goblin out, and then you just do burst draw to get something set up or anything set up. Um, in addition, that you could probably play this in some kind of weird stacks way where you just make everybody burn out their hands. It doesn't affect you as much. There's a lot of different ways that you can build this. I think the Sensei's Divining Top is the safest way because it's just a compact package that you fit into the deck that gives you a draw engine. Because the Rook Tower, the Rook Turret, it's a fine way to go through your deck just because if you have Normand in play and you're just playing Mana Rock, Mana Rock, Mana Rock, Mana Rock, you keep digging, you keep going further, and then eventually you'll find top and win the game, and top's very easy to find.
Yeah, the only
Speaking,
it's just rough only because like the cost of these things, like 4 is kind of high. So maybe there's an excuse, like if you want to be lower to the ground, to switch to that Opus Thief package.
yeah.
May-
Also, can I just say we probably should have run Urza's Saga if we were looking for Sensei's Divining Top.
yes, I will say though, like with a deck that's as pip heavy, it's a little scary using colorless lands, but that's one you could make an excuse for.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let me just add that really quick before we close this out. I do want Urza Saga in here. That makes a whole lot of sense. And if there's anything else you guys want to include, let us know in the chat. But we'll close it out here. Ariana Sablanka, Arena Sablanka, excuse me, Sabalenka. I don't know why I'm saying her name like that. She has advantage, dude. She might win this game right here. What am I cutting for this though? I guess just like the mountain. Sorry, mountain. I'm just gonna make it easier on myself. All right, that's a deck.
Yeah.
That's a good deck. I thought it was a good deck. Guys,
I like it. It did well. Also, I want to make this joke before anybody else makes this joke. It's the Woober Goblin. He's blue, he's black, he's green, he's red, and he's white.
is he? Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He's Grixis, but he's also green and white.
Yeah, we finally got a Woober Green Goblin. Yeah,
The Woober Goblin Commander. Yeah.
all itching for that. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next one. Considering Fomori Vault. Ugh, yeah, damn it. Yeah, you could Fomori Vault here. I always forget that that's a card, despite me using it in Oswald. Anyway, guys, bye. See you on the next one, which will be probably Spider-Man. Something from Spider-Man.
Some Spider-Man commander.
Yeah.
We'll see as spoilers come to pick something to brew.
Yeah, nothing like... We don't really need to cover Gwenom, but we can like touch on Gwenom later.
We'll review the Gwenom deck just because it's a very simple deck.
Just
honestly, what we might brew next is Mr. Negative. Maybe Mr. Negative.
Mr. Negative looks dope.
He looks stupid. Hey, by the way, I'm just gonna play Mr. Negative. I'm gonna go from 4. I'm gonna take your 15 life